are objects we don't think our female coworkers can name. Good luck.
I think you can guess how this video ended, but I want to talk about it today because it got so many views in so few hours and was so poorly received that the company had to take it off of their page. And then when everyone started asking where it went, they had to put it back up. Because we've seen this trend before, but I think this company's was the perfect example of the fact that not only are men the ones who created and continue to uphold the patriarchy and stereotypical gender roles, but then they proceed to ignore and underestimate the intelligence of the women surrounding them. As always, before we dive in, make sure you like, comment, repost, and follow along for more. But apparently this is like a sunglass or eyewear company, and it's a really good day to be a chronic pit viper enjoyer, I'll say. Because they started this out by having the women do the things I don't think my male coworkers could guess challenge. And of course, as always, the women understood the assignment and executed it flawlessly. They put some things up there none of the men could guess, and even some that I wasn't extremely familiar with, or at least couldn't remember the name of. When it was the men's turn to put up things they didn't think their female coworkers would be able to name, they immediately let it show how little they thought of the intelligence of the women surrounding them in that office. The very first object they put on the screen was the exact thing I'm sitting in currently, a gaming chair, which all the women guessed because they know what a chair looks like. Keeping in theme, they also put on Halo Master Chief, which the women guessed. And the EA Sports logo, in which some of the women even yelled back, "It's in the game!" Because we all grew up playing these games together. Also, for some reason, didn't think anyone would know the John Deere logo or the Milwaukee Power Tools logo. To add insult to injury, not only did the women guess exactly that these went on tools, because shocker, women use tools, but they were able to name each one and exactly what they were. Because shocker, women use tools, and the last I checked, about half of all video game players actually are women as well, and that number has been rising. And yes, one of the top comments that I did really like was, "The oppressed often study their oppressors." But I also think this proves that men are the ones assigning these gender roles to things and then afraid to do things that they assign to women. And they simultaneously then just ignore everything they've put in that category and never learn anything about it.